Well, hello. I've mentioned in the past that I have kids, and yesterday something came up in my son's classroom that I thought would be a worthy discussion topic for this channel. I have a middle schooler, he's in 7th grade, and I know you're thinking, she's just so young, how does she have a 13-year-old? And I don't know. Time flies, and I'm kidding. So, okay, he is 13, and his classroom was discussing world religions, and paganism came up. And his teacher told the class yesterday, and I was just surprised by this piece of information. Now, he's in a public school, that most neo-pagans are Satanists. And I was just really surprised and not particularly pleased with the way that this information was presented, because I don't typically agree. Now, Donna and I have discussed many times that Satanism is a form of paganism that she and I don't practice, and we really don't fully understand. I think that my basic understanding of Satanism is it's sort of a form of paganism that's come out of denouncing a Christian God. And I'll be honest, I know a lot of pagans, and in my entire life, I have met one person that identifies as a Satanist. And I just am curious, like, do other people feel that this is accurate information? The pagans and witches that I know, they're not pagan and witches because they don't like or have a hatred for Christianity or other religions. It's more so that organized religion doesn't speak to them on an organic level, and they choose paganism because that's what just feels best to them. It's not coming from a place of defying another religion. And I could be wrong about what Satanism is. I don't fully understand it. I just know that of all the pagans and witches I know, I don't know that any but this one identify as a Satanist. My concern is that here, I'm a pagan and I don't fully understand what Satanism is. I think the general person definitely doesn't understand what Satanism is, and for it to be presented in a classroom as all pagans today pretty much are Satanists, I think that could perpetuate a persecution of pagan people. I just don't think that I agree with how this information was presented in the class. I think Satanism also potentially insinuates the belief in some level of Christian ideals, or denouncing Christian ideals of the idea of a heaven and a hell and Satan and the devil. And I just do not believe in the existence of any of that. And in no way am I trying to yuck anybody's yum here or insinuate that Satanists are not good people. The one Satanist that I know, I actually sat down and talked to him years ago about his spirituality, and I don't remember specifics, I'll be totally honest, but I do remember at the end of that conversation leaving that feeling like, okay, this is much different than what people try to perceive Satan or Satanist believers of. It's not like, this is a much more gentle spirituality than I think I've seen it presented as. Being an American, we do live in a country that is still heavily Christian influenced. And I just feel that this information could be a little bit presented in a way that just makes kids, future generations, scared of what paganism is. And I'm curious, can anybody give me a further education on Satanists? Am I just totally wrong here? And are we just in a portion of the world where most pagans here are just happy little witches that want to play out in the garden? Is this on a worldwide level? Are there more Satanists around the world? I don't want to hear from people that are coming at me and saying that all witchcraft is Satanist, because that's just not accurate information. I love to hear from people that know what they're talking about. And also, do I email this teacher and just kind of say kindly, like, hey, I heard this information at the dinner table last night. Can I offer you another perspective of this from my personal experience as a person that lives this life? So what would you do?